6 p.m. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister will pay a 2-day official visit to Malaysia from Tuesday to further cement the existing friendly and bilateral relations between the two countries. The foreign ministers in the United Arab Emirates to attend the Bani Yas Forum on changing environment of the Middle East and efforts to bring peace in the region. The Senate was informed today that the government has increased the import duty to cut imports and increase domestic production and exports. In occupied Kashmir, the chairman of all parties Hurriyat Conference says the Kashmiri youth are sacrificing their lives to end the Indian occupation of Jammu and Kashmir. In Afghanistan, 20 militants have been killed following a government forces operation in Nangarhar province. In Zimbabwe, over 40 people are feared dead when a bus caught fire. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan will pay a 2-day official visit to Malaysia from Tuesday. He would be accompanied by a high-level delegation. This would be the first state visit by any foreign leader since Dr. Mahathir Mohamad assumed the office in May this year, and Prime Minister Imran Khan's first bilateral visit to Malaysia. The two prime ministers will have a one-on-one meeting followed by delegation-level talks. Talking to a delegation of columnists in Islamabad this afternoon, Prime Minister Imran Khan said the government will soon unveil a comprehensive program before the nation showing its 100-day achievements for future course of action in education, health, poverty alleviation, and other vital sectors. He said the first 100 days report assumes a significant importance in any government as it informs the people about government's direction and future course of action. The Prime Minister said his government inherited a huge deficit of current and fiscal account and is endeavoring to overcome the financial crisis. He said the government decided to approach the friendly countries to deal with the situation, and by the grace of Allah the Almighty, it overcame the financial crunch and balance of payments issue. The ambassador of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Nawaf bin Saeed Al Maliki, called on the Speaker of the National Assembly, Asad Qasir, in Islamabad today. They discussed matters of mutual interest. The Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi is attending the Bani Yas Forum in the United Arab Emirates, where the changing environment of the Middle East and efforts to bring peace in the region are being discussed. In a tweet today, the Foreign Office spokesperson Dr. Mohammed Faisal said the Foreign Minister will apprise the participants about Pakistan's position on the Middle East. During the visit, Shah Mahmood Qureshi will also hold meetings with the leadership of the United Arab Emirates and other countries. The Senate was informed today that the government has increased the import duty to cut imports. The advisor on commerce, Abdur Razak Daud, informed the House during question hour that the import substitution policy has also been launched in order to increase the domestic production and exports. He said the duty on raw material will be reduced in order to support and strengthen the manufacturing sector. He said the oil import substitution is a long-term policy. He said refining capacity of the country has been reduced over the years, due to which value-added petroleum products are also being imported. He said once the refining capacity improves, the situation would be changed. The Minister of State for Climate Change, Zartaj Gul, informed the House that the government has embarked upon a plan to replicate successful model of the Billion Tree Tsunami project all over the country. The Minister for Power Division, Omar Ayub Khan, has directed the 6 power distribution companies to ensure 100% recovery of the current electricity billing amounting to over 83 billion rupees for betterment of liquidity of power sector. He issued the directive during a meeting of the Power Division in Islamabad today. The minister also directed the chief executive officers to eliminate theft, pilferage, and illegal hooking of electricity and take strict action against those involved in it with the help of the provincial task force established in the Punjab and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. The federal government has released 9.327 million rupees for various projects of the Petroleum Division out of a total allocation of 463.17 million rupees under the Public Sector Development Program 2018-2019. According to the data released by the Ministry of Planning, Development and Reforms, the government released an amount of 2.747 million rupees for the project appraisal of the newly discovered coal resources of Badin coal field and its adjoining areas of southern Sindh, for which an amount of 14.61 million rupees was allocated under the Public Sector Development Program 2018-2019. This is Radio Pakistan. The Punjab Governor Mohammad Sarwar and the Punjab Chief Minister Sardar Usman Bustar called on the President Dr. Arif Alvi in Lahore today. During the meeting, matters of mutual interest and political situation were discussed. On the occasion, the Punjab Chief Minister apprised the President about the performance of the Punjab government. In occupied Kashmir, the chairman of all parties Hurriyat Conference, Sayyid Ali Gilani, has reiterated his demand for inalienable right to self-determination, saying that despite oppression, the Kashmiri youth are sacrificing their lives to end the Indian occupation of Jammu and Kashmir. Sayyid Ali Gilani visited his native Doru area of Sopore after 8 years to express solidarity with his daughter over the sad demise of her husband. The occupation authorities have kept Sayyid Ali Gilani under house detention at his residence in Haidarpura area of Srinagar since 2010 and disallowed him to offer Jummah prayers in mosque. Addressing the mourners, the APHC chairman said over 100,000 people in occupied Kashmir had sacrificed their lives in the ongoing just struggle for securing their inalienable right to self-determination. In Afghanistan, 20 militants were killed following a government forces operation in Nangarhar province. A statement of the provincial government said personnel of the National Directorate of Security launched an operation last night, killing up to 20 fighters, including some of the local commanders in Achin district. In India, 11 people were reportedly dead as a powerful cyclone Gaja battered India's eastern coast today. The authorities said thousands of trees were uprooted by winds that destroyed homes and vehicles as hundreds of thousands fled to shelter homes. The Indian Meteorological Department said storm was predicted to move westwards and gradually weaken before heading into the Arabian Sea. Yemen has welcomed the statement issued by the public prosecution of Saudi Arabia regarding the killing of journalist Jamal Khashoggi, calling it a reflection of wise leadership in establishing the principles of justice and independence of the judiciary. In a press statement, the Yemeni government stressed that the actions taken by the Saudi judiciary to hold the suspects accountable for the murder of Jamal Khashoggi should end all attempts to politicize the case in an attempt to undermine the security and stability of Saudi Arabia and its influential and pivotal role on the Arab, Islamic, and international levels. In Zimbabwe, 42 people have been killed and 20 injured when a bus caught fire. The bus was traveling from Bulawayo city to the border town of Beit Bridge when it caught fire after a suspected gas tank leak. The International Day for Tolerance is being observed all around the globe, including Pakistan today. The United Nations has launched a new campaign titled Together to Promote Tolerance, Respect and Dignity across the world. And now news about sports. On the first day of the first cricket test at Abu Dhabi against New Zealand, Pakistan in the first innings were 41 runs for the loss of 2 wickets a short while ago. New Zealand in the first innings were all out for 153 runs. For Pakistan, Yasir Shah bagged 3 wickets. Earlier, New Zealand won the toss and elected to bat first. And finally, the weather. Mainly cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 24 hours. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.